Well, welcome back to Ali'i Beach Park. The Hawaiian Pro, round 2, heat 4 underway. And this was the first wave while we were away.
I'll tell you, these are all youngsters here, all newbies to the North Shore. These kids are all teenagers for the most part. Yago is a little bit older, but ultimately, this is the new breed coming out of Brazil and the Galapagos. As you see Bisso here, just graduating from the juniors division, and has been making his way onto the qualifying series. And he gets an early start, gets himself a 4.17, and there he is already in the lead.
This said he would love to be in a heat out here. Well, this man right here, Kymerson, finding himself on the backhand, trying to come around the section, but he's way too deep. He's going to jump off, eject, get back out there.
A little bit too deep. So luckily they've repositioned themselves, and here we go.
Yago Dora finding something else on the backhand off the bottom. Nice little snap up into the lip right there, looking for more open face, carves back into it, staying in the pocket. Power, performance, trying to find something else. Nice little kick up there in the lip. A smaller wave, but getting his feet in the wax probably feels good. He's going to finish off on the inside here and try and get back outside. Probably a great move for him to get out of the impact zone and out back onto the shoulder. Looks like Pupo, Sammy up and riding. Glides in. We saw him do some crazy stuff in the smaller waves. He got a little more power today. Let's see if he holds that rail. Nice little sweep back into the corner. Looking for more and down the line. Trying to contain the speed out there. That's something that's definitely hard to get used to. Nice little lip hit right there. Comes down with control.
Well, I think you need to dial in your equipment. You know what you're going to feel is comfortable and what size board you want to ride. You know, he's riding a little bit bigger board here. And I think he's feeling it out. You know, I think a carry, you know, probably hasn't ridden a board this big all year, you know, until you come to Hawaii. So that experience is going to help him out. You know, he's probably only been here a few days. You know, I would think that a lot of these guys start practicing early and get here to ride those bigger boards, even on the smaller days, just to be able to feel it out. Yago Dora, this is a position for him, 30th in the rankings, to be able to make a big move.
Live action surfer in blue. Kymerson a little far behind it again. So these guys all kind of on that midway out peak, trying to put up some scores.
He helped me with the shop and for the staff and everything, so yeah, it's good. It's dope.
All right, well, Maruru Mihimana, and he's going to be on to round number 3.
And you can kind of see when the peak of the swell actually happened, but in reality, it's been anywhere from 13 to 15 feet, around 16, 17 seconds, and been holding throughout the entire day. So we're going to see solid sets throughout the entire afternoon.
As Sammy Pupo finds a nice glassy bowl, turning up into the corner. Really good, looking solid. Looks like he's starting to harness that speed, use that rail. Sammy Pupo going to work on the inside and really finishing strong right there. So a nice pickup about midway out through the reef and executed a couple of beautiful turns. The board looked like he's settling in on it.
I mean, he literally looked like a different surfer here, much more comfortable with that after that first wave. He felt it out, and then here it gets into this nice clean section, but also the fact that his wave choice gave him that opportunity with a nice, clean, smooth face to do these 2 nice turns, you know. And again, he's a light kid. He's still growing up. He's got a lot to learn. He's got a lot to grow into, you know, and again, looking solid, riding one of his pops' board. Now having Miguel, he was talking about his heat yesterday, Miguel not being around because he's a little bit busy, but today he's down here helping him out. Again, great wave choice for Miguel. I'm sorry, from Samuel. And what he's done is he's got himself a second wave. He's going to take an early lead here, and now what that does is it gives him a little bit of comfort. He can now settle a little bit and then wait and choose a really solid wave. Maybe kind of put himself into priority and hold position there. So get really great competitive mind. You know, what that's come to, and that's a lot to do with what obviously his dad, former competitor, but also brother.
Sitting in second down there, Yago Dora really just searching. He's had a tough time, and Bisso on a bomb, just getting blasted by the whitewater. It's so hard to hang on in there, but these guys really needing some score. One heck of a roller coaster ride.
Here's Samuel Pupo once again. You know, he had third priority to find this wave and trying to improve on a low score of a 3.27. He has that early lead. Pretty good wave, couple carves. may do that, may improve on that 3.27, but you talk about that Vans Triple Crown, the Hawaiian Pro, and then the Vans World Cup of Surfing, and then of course the Billabong Pro over in Pipeline. What a amazing string of events at the end of the year. Here's Krystian Kymerson. You know, again, some small scores, but he's in second place. He's got a 2.33 and a 3.17. Bisso right in contention. He has a 4.17. Can't, but you know, it gets more out of the north. It'll add a little bump to the lineup.
Well, up and riding with the bumpy lineup. Second place surfer at the moment, Krystian Kymerson. So out the back, more waves on the approach. Yago Dora on a beautiful wall. Let's see if he can put up the score he needs to get himself into second. Big hack off the top right there. Low center of gravity, keeping it real. Let's see what you got. Yago back up into it, just holds on. And looking for a third turn. Can he hold on through that mountain? Only needed a 2.27.
Great wave choice here for Yago. Good size set wave. It's got a big, clean first section. He lays into it. Beautiful arc with control. And then he gets into this later section where it gets a little more shallower, a little bit more bump. Gets a little out of control, but hangs on. And then there, a little late, because right there at that convex, and just wants to rip your board out from under you, which is exactly what it did.
Bisso out the back on a beauty. Nice backhand whip right there. Another one to try and finish with a little two-turn. Gets out in front of it, so he'll go for the completion. He needs a 3.57 now to move in the advancing spot. Looks like a couple bombs out the back.
Again, just you'll see consistency rise as this swell starts to peak. Here's Bisso, and again, he picks a wave that's going to give him the opportunity to rattle off a couple turns.
And let's see if Yago already back out into the lineup. Looks like he's got himself a beauty. Turns it up under the lip, little head dip, and then coming around the corner for another nice corner turn right there. Spray off the tail. Holds on for that little redirect and goes over the handlebars right in that shallow water. You can see the boils down there. It is just crazy out there when you come off on the toilet bowl.
Again, how quick did he have this quick turnaround? I mean, this was, what, 3 minutes? He just finished, got that 4.5, and then it was right back out there for another set wave. And that goes to show how that current and utilizing that current and getting into a rhythm. You know, and some guys are going to be clicked in, some on the other side of that rhythm. You know, so Yago able to turn it. That was wave number 5, and then Pupo,
Sammy
live action.
Pupo finding another wave in this heat, trying to get some more work done. Sammy Pupo is sitting out in front. Yago trying to catch him with his last wave. And out the back, surfer in blue, Kymerson already up and riding on another one, flying across this thing. It's going to come down on top of him. He's going to dismount. A little recap for you, Pete, how we got here.
Well, Sammy Pupo, early stages, you know, he had to warm up on his first wave, got a 3.27, but then came back with his best score so far, a 6.83. That put him out into the #1 position. So second being fought out by Yago Dora, Timothee, Bisso, and Krystian Kymerson. And Yago Dora has been able to turn it on his last 2 waves and find himself into advancing position, but there's more action to be held out here on the outside because there's still 3.5 minutes to go. Timothee Bisso, he's had a 4.17 early, which was had him in those advancing position, but since then he's been battling, you know, a bunch of throwaway scores. Bisso has been, like I said, sitting in that 3rd position now. This is Yago Dora. Yago Dora again on this 4.5 and a 3.83, sees himself into second from 4th. You know, and that happened in the back 3rd of the heat. You're going to get out pretty quick.
Well, during the recap, Sammy Pupo got another one, Pete.
Look at him on another set wave. He is figuring out this lineup really quickly. I mean, he's doing it on the fly. This is probably the first time he's surfed this wave over 6 feet. You know, he's a newbie to the Vans Triple Crown. If we run tomorrow, be you know, out here at Haleiwa.
Yago Dora finding himself a beautiful looking wave, comes around the corner, up into the hook, bang! Finding a huge moment right there. Oh, throws it up. Oh my, almost comes down onto it, but just gets shattered at the bottom of that wave out the back. Another beautiful looking wall, but maybe a little stretched out. Can he find some more lip line? No. Timothee Bisso goes down. Yago Dora went for that crack off the top on a section of consequence, came unstuck from his board and then reconnected, and it looked like he went through the board, almost shattering the deck. I wonder if that board just got a couple of huge heel dents.
Well, he's on the inside, so it looks like he's on a one piece of a surfboard, so it looks like it survived.